culture is the sum of all the forms of art, of love, and of thought, which in the course of centuries have enabled man to be less enslaved. And that is the quote by André Malraux, a French novelist, art historian, and statesman, an active supporter of Charles de Gaulle, President of France, and he served for 10 years as France's Minister of Cultural Affairs. Today's guest, Michael Borgino, is a noted design leader with a focus on community impacting, mission-driven architecture that supports and enhances the fabric of the city and furthers a fundamental belief that great design is the essential building block to vibrant, healthy communities. His work has garnered numerous awards nationally, most recently named the Wall Street Journal's Best Architecture of 2015 for the design of Columbus Museum of Art's Margaret M. Walter Wing. Michael has presented and written extensively on design and creative placemaking, and Michael's 2012 TEDx Columbus talk entitled Looking Over the Overlooked took the audience on a journey to discover new ways to reimagine cities. Welcome, Mr. Borgino. How can we impart some of that cultural appreciation for the arts and that exploration with our children?
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, yes has to be the answer to everything. It has to, and why, asking questions. I think one thing I've encouraged my kids to do is whenever a situation arises that raises a question on their behalves, I always try to encourage them to question any previously held assumptions they have about it. Whether or not that ever sinks in, probably eventually it will.
Yeah.
But I ask them to be very curious and inquisitive about life, and I think curiosity fundamentally and creativity go hand in hand. I mean, that's where the arts are important. There has to be a story.
Yeah.
I mean, every object has a story.
Right.
And so this a story sometimes is more beautiful than the thing.
Right. Then it connects you with your culture. Your dad said this to you, and I get this from one of the quotes you put on your social pages.
No. I know which one you're going to say.
My son, if I give you one piece of advice, is this: never be anyone's, underling. What's another cultural nugget you received from your dad that you would like to share today with our listening audience?
Okay, cultural nugget, I'm not so sure, but I will say I could tell you why I became an architect.
Okay, perfect.
That has something to do with him. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm not beating a dead horse, but we didn't have much when we were growing up. A neighbor who worked on Wall Street, nice house, a nice car, nice clothes. So when I was younger, I told my dad, I want to be a stockbroker, and he said, no. You chase the money, you're never happy. You not chase the money, you're never happy. I'm like, all right, well, that's convenient. We don't have anything, so that's a great narrative for you.
Yeah.
So as the years went on, I discovered that, I can draw and I can sculpt, just like my dad. I didn't realize I had this talent, and here it is. And so then I told him Dad, I know what I want to do. This was when I was a teenager. I said, I want to be an artist. I want to be a sculptor. It's like, no. You'll starve. You'll never have any money. You don't want to be an artist. He said, why don't you be an architect? You make a little art and you make a little money. And everybody's happy. So
that's how you did it.
So it's his practical side and his his sort of adventurous side came together in that moment.
Well, it looked like it worked out for you.
It did.
Good. Well, thank you, Ms. Borgino. We look forward to all of your next transformations, and we really appreciate your cultural renovations of our city.
Appreciate you having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Thanks.